Nice to meet you. You're in charge of all making me look.
There in particular, there had seemed to be a surge of special operations teams there that raised concerns among, civil liberties groups.
One of the things that I've been working on over the last 2.5 months is building trust with our executive team, bringing them together in person around this conference table here and talking about my clear expectations. I do not want a rosy picture. I have said in this room, I need to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. We cannot have any surprises. We have to know what is happening inside our agency so we can help. One suicide is one suicide too many. And I would say the same for homicides. And so on the homicide perspective, it really is ensuring that our institutions are safe and secure, that we're monitoring conflicts, that we're paying close attention to who is housed with whom. And as it relates to the suicides, there's been a lot that the Bureau has undergone to really ensure that people are more safe. Many of the suicides occur in single cells. Many of them occur in restrictive housing. It's my understanding that videos in restrictive housing are actually being reviewed by the regional office now on a spot check basis to ensure that those cell checks are happening. And again, just holding people accountable when we find out that they have falsified documentation or have engaged in not doing their job, that we hold them accountable. And I think with a new director, it really can be a new day to reinforce those expectations. The community cares and has a voice we need to listen to, especially the difficult feedback. Everyone in our care and custody should be free from sexual assault. We have a zero tolerance policy. And clearly we have had issues. Now, when I see people charged and held accountable for that egregious behavior, I am grateful that law enforcement take those sorts of allegations very seriously. We are working hard to assess the situation, including cultural assessments at all of our female facilities. We're trying to inject the agency with trauma-informed care, gender-responsive care, and really taking all of these allegations seriously. As you noted, in Dublin, we did move a handful of employees out of that institution. There are still ongoing investigations at that institution. They did report that they have seen substantial change in terms of culture and an opportunity to speak up and speak out. And I think that's really where we need to dive in, is ensuring that we're creating a culture where both the adults in custody feel comfortable coming forward and our employees. In addition, we have gotten really creative around recruitment, really trying to retell our story. We want to hire people who want to come in and change hearts and minds. That's who we're looking for. Our job, as you've heard me say before, is not to make good inmates, it's to make good neighbors. They're coming back to our communities. And so we need to hire the right people on the front end with that kind of thinking to help us do that. We need to engage in appropriate screening measures so that we actually are hiring the right people on the front end and hopefully screening out some of those individuals who are going to make bad choices.